Closer look tonight at the allegations made years ago. State Representative Jeff Seth of Kettle River. Our Quinn Gorham spent the day looking through court documents and has a full breakdown for us tonight. Quinn?
Most of the information we have comes from sworn affidavits in Seth's 2008 divorce proceedings. In those documents, we got 36 pages of sworn affidavits from Seth, his ex-wife Penny, and his stepson. Penny alleges that in February 2008, she was assaulted in their 9-year-old daughter's bedroom. She claims Seth threw her to the floor and dragged her to the door of the bedroom after she'd thrown his wedding ring out the window. The night prior, Penny claims Seth had yelled to her, quote, "Get back, Satan, get back. The devil is in you," while forming a crucifix with his fingers. Penny alleges that over a 15-year period, she was choked, punched, kicked, slapped, pinned down, smothered, and had her hair pulled. Court documents show Seth denied the allegations in their 2008 divorce proceedings, and it appears he continues to do so based on a statement from the Minnesota House Minority Leader issued on Monday. Seth's own affidavit accuses Penny of, quote, unhealthily influencing their daughter, who it appears had a strained relationship with her father immediately following the divorce proceedings. He also accused Penny of having an outburst where she began hitting him and screaming. It should be noted that while these are sworn affidavits, they were part of a divorce proceeding and never settled in a court of law. Reporting in St. Paul, I'm Quinn Gorham.
We did reach out to Seth through the Minnesota House Republican communications staff, and we have not yet heard back. Tonight at 6, we'll break down more allegations in an affidavit from Seth's stepson.